This is The Point, news from Noise, daily market call presented by Kattan Ferretti Financial. I'm your CEO, Brad Roth, and I look forward to having a daily discussion with you over the topics that we present in this note every single morning. So without further ado, The Point.
Good morning and welcome to The Point. It is Monday, July 10th. I apologize for my audio quality. I am en route to Philadelphia in the car. So Cam, why don't you hit everybody with the news?
U.S. stock futures are all green this morning after seeing a strong comeback on Friday as the Nasdaq gained over 1%. Markets were largely influenced by a better-than-expected jobs report as U.S. employers added the most jobs in 4 months, reaching 222,000. The dollar remained steady, while gold saw its lowest level since March, silver tumbled 2.2%, and crude oil fell over 1% to $43.76 per barrel. There are many hot topics on the economic calendar this week, highlighted by Janet Yellen's testimony before Congress on Wednesday. Investors will be looking for guidance on when the U.S. Central Bank could begin reducing its balance sheet. Also due this week are earnings results for several major companies, including Pepsi, J.P. Morgan Chase, Citigroup, and Wells Fargo. Tesla attempts to begin a new era of electric cars with the release of the Model 3. Only one was made, belonging to CEO Elon Musk. The vehicle comes in at an affordable $35,000, and the only thing left to prove is their ability to mass produce, as $500 million have already been received in deposits. As President Trump also returns from the G20 after little headway was made on dominant foreign policy issues as eyes turn to his son's Russian connections. European stocks are higher this morning, floating around a 0.3% gain led by real estate and food companies. Germany saw over a 0.5% gain as their trade surplus was higher than expected as May exports beat forecasts. There are a few important dates in Europe this week as the UK government is due to publish its repeal bill on membership of the European Union, and also European Central Bank President Mario Draghi will participate in a Eurogroup meeting in Brussels with other top board members. Most Asian indexes climbed overnight as the MSCI Asia Pacific, Japan's Topix, Australia, and Hong Kong all realized modest gains. The yen fell 0.3% to its weakest level in 2 months as the Bank of Japan governor reiterated that policy could be adjusted as needed. Saudi Aramco will invest more than $300 billion over the next decade to maintain its spare oil production capacity and explore for more natural gas. And lastly, China has become the new leader of shipping trade to the Americas after a $6.3 billion offer from Costco Shipping Holdings to buy Orient Overseas International. So Brad, kind of waiting around this week for Janet Yellen's testimony and a good jobs report.
Yeah, I mean, Janet Yellen is going to be your rock star market mover this week, but good jobs report. We're going to keep an eye on a lot of those earnings calls. Energy's still getting pounded, which is unbelievable, but 3 times your report, you brought up 3 different central banks, and that is what's moving the markets. Recently, it's what moved the market. Last year, we kind of had a year, over the last 12 months or so, when the markets kind of got back to trading on data, trading on earnings, but Fed is definitely back in focus with some tightening and tapering there. Also, we had kind of mentioned we were keeping an eye on the G20 to see if Donald Trump and this administration had anything to say about North Korea, but it looks like nothing really there. So on a political front, still kind of quiet. So Cam, looks like a lot went on in the sports world this weekend. Why don't you give us a quick recap?
Yeah, just a little recap. Pirates heading into All-Star Weekend after a nice 14-3 win over the Cubs yesterday, which 10-run first inning, which was pretty crazy with the grand slam by Cervelli. John Rahm won. What's that?
Cam, what is interesting about that is the last time the Pirates scored 10 runs in the first inning was 1989, and they lost that game.
That doesn't surprise me that they lost that game.
Sorry, go ahead.
But no, hopefully they can keep it rolling after the break. John Rahm captured a 6-shot victory at the Irish Open, while Alexander Schauffele won the Greenbrier for his first win. James Harden signed a 4-year, $228 million contract extension, which is outrageous, as he'll be raking in about $570,000 a game, which is almost what Brian Rust makes a year. And Martin Truex won at Kentucky. The Wimbledon is still going, and Jaromir Jagr remains unsigned. That's pretty much all we got for this weekend.
Wow, Cam, that was a busy week in sports. So, hey, this was The Point for Monday, July 10th. We will talk to you all tomorrow.